Star Stefon Diggs now facing charges of strangulation and assault. He's accused of attacking his personal chef over a payment dispute. His attorney denying the allegations. And tonight, how the Patriots are responding as the team gears up for the playoffs. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimber.
Tonight, New England Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs facing multiple criminal charges stemming from an alleged incident at his home earlier this month. According to the police report, a woman who said she was working as a private chef at Diggs' Dedham, Massachusetts home claims he entered her unlocked bedroom December 2nd after they had been having an ongoing text exchange over money owed to her. She says he subsequently smacked her across the face and then tried to choke her and allegedly threw her onto the bed and said something to the effect of "thought so" before walking out of the room. Authorities now pursuing felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery charges against Diggs after police say the victim changed her mind and wanted to go ahead with filing criminal charges. In a statement, Diggs' attorney says in part he categorically denies these allegations because they did not occur, and he looks forward to establishing the truth in a court of law. The four-time Pro Bowler recently had a baby boy with rap star Cardi B. Meanwhile, the Patriots saying in part, "We support Stefon and they will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities and the NFL." With the arraignment in this case is scheduled for January 23rd, but with the Patriots headed to the playoffs and the severity of these allegations, the big question now is, will Diggs, the team's leading wide receiver, be allowed to play? Whit?
Andrew Dimber for us tonight. Thank you. Now to the new CDC report showing flu cases surging nationwide. Health officials estimating about 7.5 million cases. 29 states now reporting either very high or high levels of flu activity. New York State reporting cases in record numbers, many linked to a new variant. And tonight, what that means for the current flu vaccine. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Alley.
Tonight, a sharp rise in flu cases raising alarm among medical experts. In just 1 week, according to CDC data, flu-related illnesses jumping more than 60% from 4.6 million to 7.5 million. Hospitalizations also spiking more than 60% from 49,000 to 81,000. And more than 1,200 deaths have been reported. 29 states now reporting very high or high rates of illness, including New York, which just reported its most ever cases in a week. Some schools closing early for the holiday break due to widespread illness.
We had about an hour where the phone was just ringing off the wall and parents calling kids in sick.
CDC data showing last year's child flu deaths reached their highest level since the 2009 swine flu pandemic. Experts say vaccination rates among kids, down 10% compared to before the pandemic, are partially to blame.
The concern is the amount of patients presenting. That can put strain on the hospital system, limit resources, and treating the complications can become even more difficult.
The CDC says the bulk of cases are linked to a new variant called subclade K, which has mutations that appear to have resulted in a mismatch with this year's flu vaccine. Doctors say getting the vaccine will still reduce the risk of severe illness.
With the CDC's data is released on a delay, that means these latest figures are from the week before Christmas, so current flu levels are likely even higher. Whit?
All right, Rhiannon Alley, our thanks to you tonight. We learned today that Tatiana Schlossberg has died, the granddaughter of President John F. Kennedy, daughter of Caroline Kennedy. She revealed her leukemia diagnosis in the New Yorker last month, penning an emotional essay about preserving memories for her children and the sadness over bringing more loss into her mother's life. Here's ABC's Mola Langhi.
Tonight, the Kennedy family mourning again. Tatiana Schlossberg, daughter of Caroline Kennedy Schlossberg and granddaughter of President John F. Kennedy, has died after losing her battle to a rare form of leukemia. The 35-year-old environmental journalist, wife, and mother revealing her diagnosis last month in The New Yorker, writing, "For my whole life, I have tried to be good, to be a good student and a good sister and a good daughter, and to protect my mother and never make her upset or angry. Now, I have added a new tragedy to her life, to our family's life, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. It's yet another heartbreak for her family, and especially for her mother, who has endured a lifetime of loss. Caroline's father, President John F. Kennedy, assassinated when Caroline was just 5 years old. 5 years later, her uncle, Robert F. Kennedy, assassinated too. And then Caroline's younger brother, JFK Jr., along with his wife, Caroline Bessette Kennedy, killed in 1999 when the small plane JFK Jr. was piloting crashed in foggy weather off Martha's Vineyard. Well, with the JFK Library Foundation issuing a statement tonight saying our beautiful Tatiana passed away this morning, she will always be in our hearts. In addition to her mother and father, Tatiana is survived by her husband, her 2 young children, as well as her brother and sister, Whit.
Mola Lengi for us tonight. Thank you. Heading into the final hours of 2025, police across the U.S. will be on high alert. Here in New York, roughly 1 million people expected to pack into Times Square, thousands of officers deployed. ABC's Rena Roy joins us now with more on the security efforts nationwide. Rena?
There is no question security will be tight at New Year's Eve celebrations across America tomorrow night, especially here in New York City. The police commissioner is saying that the entire New York City Police Department will be on the job, including K-9 teams and undercover cops. Authorities say we can expect more officers and secondary screenings this year compared to previous celebrations. Times Square considered an aspirational target, according to a threat assessment obtained by ABC News. And in New Orleans, National Guard troops patrolling in the French Quarter after last year's car ramming attack that killed 14 people. Law enforcement officials say there are no specific or credible threats against Times Square or other high-profile celebrations across the country. But as always, Whit, they are urging people to stay vigilant. Whit.
Rena Roy, thanks so much. Now to the growing fallout over the renaming of the Kennedy Center. President Trump's name recently added to the building's signage, making it the Trump Kennedy Center. Several artists now canceling upcoming performances in protest, including a jazz group scheduled to perform on New Year's Eve. When we come back, the important recall, nearly 3,000 pounds of ground beef possibly contaminated with E. coli. The news coming in remembering a beloved actor known for his roles in The Wire, Your Honor, and numerous projects with Spike Lee. A fiery freight train derailment in Kentucky forcing the closure of a major highway, and the incredible close call, a car landing on a man's pool house. What happened to the driver? Next night, 3 people have been found dead on Southern California's Mount Baldy. Authorities launching a search after a call about an injured hiker who had fallen 500 feet. They located him and 2 others, but were initially unable to reach them because of severe winds. Late last night, authorities confirming all 3 were dead. Authorities now closing the mountain to all hiking through Thursday. A daring rescue outside Youngstown, Ohio. Officers racing to save a man trapped inside this burning car. The man was badly hurt and told the officers he could not move. An officer dragging him out. No one else was in the car. When we come back, dozens of freight cars derail in Kentucky, why officials are monitoring air quality now, and the terrifying close call for a homeowner when a car goes flying into his pool house. To the index now, authorities in rural southwestern Kentucky are monitoring air quality after 31 cars from a freight train derailed. One of the cars carrying molten sulfur caught fire. No one was hurt, but authorities closing part of U.S. Highway 41 near the city of Trenton as a precaution. A homeowner in southern Nevada says he feels lucky to be alive. He says he was about to go into his hot tub when a car driven by a suspected impaired driver came crashing through his backyard wall, landing on the roof and awning of the pool house. The driver thrown from the vehicle and into the pool. The driver survived and was taken to the hospital. An important recall tonight. Mountain West Food Group is recalling nearly 3,000 pounds of ground beef because of possible E. coli contamination. The beef was sold in 1-pound packages labeled Forward Farms grass-fed ground beef. More information on our website. And a passing to note tonight, veteran character actor Isaiah Whitlock Jr., best known for his memorable roles in The Wire, Veep, and Your Honor. His big break came with a guest appearance on Cagney and Lacey in 1987. He also appeared in 6 Spike Lee movies. Isaiah Whitlock Jr. was 71. When we come back, we're counting down to the new year in Times Square, a preview of tomorrow night's celebration that will be like no other. Finally tonight, the final touches on the New Year's Eve celebration.
3, 2,
Tonight, we are counting down. New Year's Eve just one day away. 1 million people expected to pack into Times Square to watch the ball drop. That ball tested just today. It's the biggest ever, 12.5 feet in diameter, 5,280 handcrafted Waterford crystals and LED lights. And right after midnight, something never done before. The ball will drop again in red, white, and blue lights, spelling out America 250 to usher in America's 250th birthday coming the 4th of July.
The party's just getting started.
Ryan Seacrest hosting Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve right here on ABC. Diana Ross, Mariah Carey, Post Malone, 50 Cent, Chappell Roan, and more, all taking the stage. A massive lineup, 42 performers in all, more than 90 songs. It'll be the show's longest ever, 8 hours.
Ain't that right, Las Vegas?
NFL great Rob Gronkowski, Gronk, helping host 2 from Las Vegas, with Julianne Hough from Dancing with the Stars. And joking on GMA, he hopes she helps him with his dance moves.
I'm one of those people that absolutely loves to dance, but I kind of got my own dance moves. They're kind of like improvisation type of dances. And I really need someone to teach me some real moves.
And with a chance of snow flurries around midnight and temperatures near freezing, Ryan Seacrest revealing the secret behind how he stays warm.
I have double thermals. I cut a big hole here so I can get my tie and my shirt on. I have warmers in my boots, warmers in my gloves.
The thing is, the mouth, no matter what, all that stuff you do, like the mouth freezes
I've learned after 20-some years, nobody listens to what I'm saying. So it's just, as long as we're standing there and smiling and pointing, and get the 10 Happy New Year right, and we should be good.
It's going to be fun. Can't wait. Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan Seacrest 2026 will air live right here on ABC tomorrow, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern.